What's going on, guys? So today I am making Talawa Gosht. This is a Hyderabadi dish staple, right? If you grew up in a Hyderabadi household, you had to have Talawa Gosht. So what is it? It's pretty much like mutton fry. It's either mutton or beef. You could pressure cook it or cook it on a low flame. I usually use a pressure cooker, and it's super tender on the inside but really crispy on the outside. So I'm making my own version of it. I like my mom's version, but I usually don't like the excess amount of oil that's usually in the recipes. If you're making Talawa Gosht, you've got to make khatti daal with it, which is pretty much lentils mashed up, and you got to have it with some basmati rice. That's a staple right there. That's literally what I grew up on. That's my childhood, having some Talawa Gosht, khatti daal, and some basmati rice, and that's all you need. That's top 2 meals of all time. You guys saw I marinated my meat, so I'm just gonna put this in the pressure cooker now and probably add about 2 cups of water to it. If you add too much water, you're gonna risk drowning out all the flavor and possibly overcooking. And if you put too little water, then it's not really gonna steam. It's not even gonna cook properly. The meat's still gonna be raw. So you gotta be careful depending on how much water you put in the pressure cooker. I like to just throw in some onions in here, some garlic, and some ginger, just to add a little bit more to the flavor. It's going to get pressure cooked inside with the meat. I got my 2 cups of water right here. So I got about 2 cups of water in here. This is about 1.5 pounds of meat, and I just put some onions, some ginger, and garlic, and I got a little bit of chilies in there. If you decide to check up on your meat, make sure that you open up and let all the steam out, or else you're gonna have some issues. Okay, so I'm just gonna check how tender the meat is right now. See, it still needs to cook. It still needs to, I would still put it in the pressure cooker a little bit longer because it's not that tender right now. Okay, so now that our beef is super tender, right? You guys saw it's breaking apart easily. Now we're gonna flash fry it. So usually it's mutton, but I have beef. That's what I had at home. So either one works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of oil. We're gonna fry it. We're gonna get it really nice and crispy on the outside. The inside's gonna be really tender. I'm gonna put a little bit of curry leaves, a little bit more spices in there, and then finish it off with a little bit of garnish. And that's it. That's the Talawa Gosht. So I'm gonna use very minimal oil because I'm actually gonna eat this as my meal. But if I was making it for somebody else or for my family or something, I would add a lot more oil to it and flash fry it a lot more to get it really crispy on the outside. Because people, whenever you make Talawa Gosht, they love it being crispy. You know, I like it really tender. I like a little bit of crispiness, but not to the point where it's like, you know, kind of burnt. That's usually how my dad likes it. So I'm gonna put less oil in there, but either way, it's still gonna taste amazing. Put a little bit of oil, just so the butter doesn't burn when I put it in there. For Talawa Gosht, I would recommend you guys just use oil if you don't really care about the calories too much. Okay, so that's nice and hot. So now we're gonna add our Talawa Gosht that's been pressure cooked. So I got a little bit of the masala that's still left in there. I'm going to use a little bit of that. So now we're gonna take this out. It's pretty much done. I fried it for about 10 minutes. The outside is nice and crispy. The inside is still really soft, as you guys can see. So it's 2 a.m. I finished cooking my Talawa Gosht. I got some khatti dal, I got some basmati rice, and now I just got nothing else to do but eat it. Yo, that is some. I wish you guys could try this. Hold up, man. Let me get a close up on my food. Look how tender this is. It just breaks apart. It's 2 a.m. I told myself I wouldn't eat this much. But this is fresh off the stove right now. It's fresh off the... Oof. That's it for this video. That's my recipe on Talawa Gosht. Healthy, tasty, tender, crispy. Check this out. If you really want to make it like how we make it at home, take the white rice that you had left over, the basmati rice, put it in the pot or the pressure cooker that you pressure cooked all that Talawa Gosht, and just mix up this rice. You could even put it on the stove to get it a little crispy. This is like the favorite thing. Like after my mom usually cooks Talawa Gosht, she'll take this and then she'll put a bunch of rice in here and then she'll distribute it to everybody, because like, man, it's got so much flavor in this. Like, come on. You got this rice right here with all the gosht mixed into it, the masala. Then you're gonna put that, you're gonna put khatti dal on top of this with some Talawa Gosht. Like, whew.